let's get to the anime cinema of the week, bro.
Yes, sir.
Anime cinema of the week.
You should
Movie
make
of the week.
Yeah.
Say it again.
I said you should make a song for that.
I tried and it didn't work.
No, like actually make a real song, like put on the soundboard.
I tried.
Oh, for real?
I tried making a drop for it.
Oh,
Yeah, it didn't work.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I want to hear
You
it.
didn't know that? Nah, I'm not showing you. I deleted that shit.
Oh man, I should have heard that before. you
Nah,
deleted
it was atrocious.
Oh,
I like
Lord.
really tried. I was like, yo, I'm about to. That's gonna be the drop every time.
Yeah.
We talk about whatever the fuck we're gonna talk about, and it was just not working.
Okay.
Part of it was the guy I was going to. This bro had no idea what the fuck he was doing. He was just making it worse.
Don't say that.
Yeah, nah, it was
Don't say
bad.
that.
It was. I told him. I'm like, dog. Like I was saying, my delivery was trash, but you're not helping out.
Oh, Lord.
Like you're not doing me no favors. But I did try. I might go back to it again, but I don't know.
Okay.
It wasn't working.
Interesting.
Nevertheless, movie of the week, anime cinema. You picked, and you picked for the rest of the month actually. But this movie was Blood,
The Last Vampire.
the Last
I'm
Vampire.
glad you actually watched it because there's a bit of confusion on your end.
Son, no. It's not on my end. You just are atrocious at
Bro.
explaining things.
No.
You started naming all these vampire shits, and I'm like, wait, so which one is it? No, but they don't connect. And I'm like, okay, well, but which one do I have to watch? These are the ones that we got to watch. Okay, but which one goes first? What do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. It make no sense. If I post
Go ahead.
No. If I post,
Go ahead.
I will. If I post the conversation that we had, it was like you made no sense.
Bro, I said, let's watch this. And I was like, all right, sounds good. I also wanted to watch these. We could watch these later, but this week we're watching this. And you're like, wait, what? Huh? I'm like, nigga, we're going to watch this, and then we're going to watch these later. And you're like, wait. I'm like, bro, you know what? Let me just send you screenshots so you understand how we're going to go through this, just to make sure, because I was going to text you last night, bro, just to make sure, like, we're watching this, right? Either way. Blood, The Last Vampire. It's a 2000 anime film produced by Production IG and SPE Visual Works, directed by Hiroyuki Kitakubo. It premiered in Japan in November 18th, 2000. And yeah, that's the main stuff. What you think about it?
45 minutes.
Yeah, pretty short.
Very, very short. Apparently, this turned out to be, this was like the Star Wars of anime in a way, where
Explain.
I guess they planned this out to be like a 3-episode OVA, but they didn't get to it, so they only made what would have
Really?
been the second one.
Okay.
And so that's why when you watch it, none of it's really explained. They don't really get into any backstory or anything at all.
I feel like you just got dropped into like what's
you were
going
dropped
on.
into something and then you don't know anything about it. You just know that it looks beautiful, the atmosphere is great, the character designs are all awesome, and that's it.
Character designs. They're done by Katsuya Terita. He is he's like a master in terms of illustration. He's like one of the top dogs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he did the Monkey King. He did like a couple things. Like his style is just amazing. He did some Legend of Zelda stuff. I didn't know he did that.
Isn't it like the Legend of like Link?
Yeah, like Link. Like he did like game like designs for that. I guess he's like mainly works on games and stuff, but he does some films every now and then. He did this one, and that's what
It shows.
was my main draw. The designs were amazing.
The train scene looked fire.
Yeah,
Like right in the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I feel it. Even to be honest, I even like this version of the vampires.
yeah, they're cool.
How they're like bats,
Yeah,
or they can turn into bats, or like a bats-esque
Mhm.
kind of being or some shit. It's like not a person. It's
Yeah.
like it's like a monster.
like a thing. Yeah,
Yeah, like a demon of sorts.
yeah.
I very much so like that. But that's all I can really say about it.
Yeah, I
it's
wish
kind
the-
of unfortunate.
I wish those. Yeah, I just like looking at it. I think the ambiance and like the essence of the film is kind of capturing like the Americans and everything. I think it felt very like Americanish. You know what I mean? Like if you were to go, I think it was 1960. If you go back to that time, I feel like they captured that moment very well. Even in terms of like storytelling and pacing, in terms of what the movie used to look like, kind of. I feel like this captures it beautifully.
Did you like the dubbing?
The dubbing, no. So I started. Oh, let's talk about it. I started with the dub, right?
Well, when you mean dub, what do you mean?
I'll talk to it.
Okay.
So there's a dub and a sub, right? Both of them incorporate English into it. I started with the dub, and I was like, why are they talking to me like... They talk as if they're stupid. Like, they're talking mad slow.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, is this the right... Like, what's going on?
That's what I said. I was like, oh, well.
So I was like, let me go to sub. And it was... Happened again. I was like, oh. So then I think I was on dub or something, and I like did like times like 1x or like 1.25 to speed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, let me just go to sub, just watch it that way. Because what it is like this, there's Americans and there's Japanese. So I think it was intentional, obviously. So I was like, let me just experience it how they wanted it to be presented.
Sure.
Whatever. Yeah, dubbing, the voice acting wasn't the worst, but they just spoke really slow. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what's going on?
I thought there was something wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why they were doing that.
Yeah.
And I think later on, there's a couple of voice actors that do a better job.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, but especially in that beginning, like few scenes,
And
I'm
for you
like,
to be a main character to be
yeah,
sounding
I'm
like this.
Why is he talking like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The girl was like, I don't know. I want to punch somebody. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, are you okay?
I need you to speed it up on me.
Yeah, honestly. Speaking of which, have you ever spoke to someone in real life that like just speaks really slow? And you're like,
Yeah, actually, that's the worst, dude. I'm telling you, that's the way. Like, I used to work with this person, right?
Yeah.
And they mattered way more than I did.
yeah.
So like,
you have to sit
I
there.
had to sit there and sit through this painful conversation,
Yeah.
right? But the thing was, their pacing was very off-putting.
Oh,
You know, like that person will talk, take massive pauses, and
Yeah.
you don't know whether the conversation is done or not.
Yeah.
So like, is it your turn? Is it my
Yeah.
turn? Bitch, can you let me know? You're not really giving me any social cues here. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
And then sometimes like she'll just leave, and I'm like, oh. Okay, I guess that's it. Like, I'm sorry. And it took me, I swear to God, it took me like 5 or 6 weeks to get accustomed to it.
Yeah.
Before I could have any kind of dialogue where
Yeah.
it wouldn't be weird, at least for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it could be the industry that I'm in, but I see that every so often.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst kind of conversation to have because you have to get accustomed to the way that they speak.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's why have you had that?
It's painful, yeah. Like just like I don't know, you're just waiting. You don't know when to interject. You're just like on standby the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's just painful. And I don't know. It's definitely difficult.
I wish they gave like, you know how sometimes your face can tell you what you're thinking, like, oh, this guy's trying to figure out what he's gonna say or he's thinking.
Yeah.
They just look at you.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
are you expecting to reply? Like,
Yeah.
that you gave me nothing to have conversations about.
Just say like, and I'm done at the end. So I know like we're finished. So I
Yeah.
know if I could go next or whatever.
Atrocious.
Pass me the talking stick or something. But yeah.
It was
Yeah. That's what I felt like watching this.
There's a really good book that I always recommend people to read. It's called Captivate.
Okay.
By Dr.
mentioned it to
Vanessa
me
Van
before.
Edwards. It's a really dope book. I
Yeah.
read it. I mean, I'm still really atrocious at speaking.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went to that book. But if anybody wants to learn how to be better, how to
Sure.
give me social cues, please
Yeah.
read that book. No Connections. I actually just genuinely like the book a lot.
Okay.
I actually gave it to one of my dudes, and that
Turn his life around.
kind of,
Really? You saw improvement?
yeah,
That's pretty dope.
like legit. And he would have he'd have a hard time speaking to girls or how to find a way to speak it to people.
Dating coach now?
Nah, nigga.
Okay.
Don't fucking come here for no dating advice. Fuck out of here. But it helps.
Yeah, yeah.
Like speaking is a regular thing, and
Very important.
I think nowadays that people don't speak very face to face often. It fucks you up. So I think I highly recommend that book, Captivate,
Got
Vanessa Van Edwards. But
Got it.
back to the movie. Yeah, it was kind of whack because I felt like there's a lot of stuff that, and I guess a lot of the stuff ends up getting explained very Star Wars-esque with a bunch of games, with a bunch of novels,
Yeah,
a bunch of
light
sequels,
novels, yeah, all that
and a bunch of
stuff.
other stuff.
Yeah.
And I guess it got also a live action, which was apparently not too bad.
Yeah, I was gonna watch that actually.
Were you really?
Yeah.
I heard it wasn't too bad. But I'm not. This invested me in the visuals, not in the story as much.
Oh, I'm actually invested in the story. 'Cause,
Really?
Like, there was like, oh, she's the last of the originals.
Originals, yeah.
What the fuck is an original?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're like all this other things in X, Y, and Z.
Well, I think she's a vampire.
Is that like the original vampire?
I assumed.
Because she gave the thing her blood. I don't know if that did anything for the creature. I don't know why she did it. It seemed like she was kind of like sad about the death of it or something.
She had a little bit of empathy in her face.
Saya, is that her name? Saya.
Saya.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the reason I say I think she's a vampire is because there's that nurse from school.
Mhm.
She was getting interviewed by some officer, some law enforcement, and they showed her a picture of a photo of like 1892.
Yeah.
It said vampire at the top, and it had the girl.
It's like Pharrell.
It's like Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell's like doesn't age, and like there's like a picture of like someone looks like him, like way back in like 1860 or whatever.
There's actually one of those for Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
or Johnny Depp or one of them niggas. I don't know.
you
One of
just
those
throwing
white.
names out
No.
there.
For real. That's one of those whites that looks like has been. I think Ibrahimovic too. There's a lot. He's a soccer player.
Okay.
There's like a dude that looks just like him from like mad long ago.
Yeah.
It was weird. But yeah, so that's why I assume that she's a vampire.
Yeah. I think that's a good point.
And it's weird because then if she's a vampire, then what the fuck are the other ones?
Yeah. Maybe it's like evolution to like 2 different routes. Maybe.
Oh, like Homo sapien, Homo erectus,
Yeah.
Homo whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, did you see that apparently they discovered a dragon man?
No.
Yeah.
What?
So they coined it a dragon man because it was a man that was discovered in the Dragon River in China.
Okay.
I was thoroughly disappointed. I was like, nigga, they got dragons? I was like, what? I was like, no fucking way.
Kaido, what you doing here?
Yeah, they got
Bro.
fucking Yamato chilling somewhere.
That's crazy.
I was very disappointed because I'm like, wait, Dragon Man, what the fuck's going on?
So just a body they found in the river.
The cranium.
The cranium. Oh, so it's
Well,
like
they have remains. It's not completed.
so it's the remains of somebody.
Yeah,
Like from way back when or whatever.
and I guess it's like a sister lineage where it's like another Homo whatever.
Ooh, okay.
But what always trips me about that is like if they were to find fucking Shaquille's remains, that's not a whole nother species. He's just a one of a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what
Yeah.
if this dragon dude was just a regular dude? He was like
I mean,
a regular
I'm sure they
merchant.
use like carbon dating and whatever means they use to figure stuff out to like pick something out that was different than what we are. I don't know. I know what you mean. Like it's just weird. Maybe just resting in that in like the sediment at the bottom of the river, something built up on it. You know what I mean? There's always some ways to influence the research. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like what if you just like I don't know. It could, I know what you mean. It definitely could be, but it definitely couldn't be.
Sure.
But
Yeah,
like
you don't really know until you find another one.
They're the scientists, so I'm just gonna listen to what they say.
Right.
I mean, is that how that works?
That's how that works.
It's
Yeah.
science, not politics. So I'm more willing to be accepting of that.
I know what you mean. I'm just the fucking tinfoil hat guy.
I got you.
Yeah, it sucks. I hate being that.
Yeah.
It's actually very stressful.
So
I think I told you that.
Are we done with this? I got other things to say.
Let's go.
Oh, I'm just because we talk about this. I just want to. Are we shifting? Are we staying?
No, that's it. I just hate being a tinfoil guy. But
No, I'm talking about like the movie. You done with the movie?
oh, we're done with the movie. Is there anything else to talk about?
I like the fact that her sword is her sword. Like she needs her sword and she get busy with it. She's like, "Give me the sword." She just right through that dude.
She don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
She don't give two
She
fucks.
kind of. I like her character too. Like she's a character I mess with because she's not super soft. She don't care. Like I'm trying to get busy. I just want to kill these things.
I would love to know more about her.
Yeah. Like I said, I want to look more into like the series because I'm actually interested in. I want to know what's going on. I love what they set up so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good taste of like this is what it's about. Kind of. Do you want to know more? Check this out.
I think this is really like an episode 4 of Star Wars, where they just throw you in the middle of it. There's a bunch of the lore, a bunch of the stuff that you might not understand, but it's cool.
Okay.
And here, like the rest, you're gonna get at some point,
Okay.
some later
Yeah.
or some shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I had a lot of fun looking at it. It was fun as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I don't
Beautiful.
know. I think it sucks that like it wasn't. I would have rather get the 3 episode.
That one part when there was in like the car bunker or whatever you call it, and then that dude was going to open the door for Saya, and then the bodyguard was like wrapped within like the.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
I was like, whoa.
That was wild.
I actually was like an audible like, oh shit, like that was pretty crazy.
Fam, my whole time, the whole time, I kept just looking at the nurse being just like the Usopp of basically of the movie, and I had the same reaction when she punched the guard at the army base.
Yeah.
And she was like,
And just stomped him out real
yeah,
quick.
she just dropped her mouth. I was like, nigga, I feel the same way.
The characters in this show, if you're not a main character, are stupid. How is this creature walking around dripping blood?
In a prom.
Nobody cares.
In a prom, yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah.
There's yelling and everything. Nobody cares. Freaking even the nurse is like, she's seen what happened. She's seen the body laying in the bed. I'm gonna go chase it. Like, why? Well, what are you trying to accomplish?
I give it up to like Shock.